really the issue for us came down to the football, and not creating any takeaways defensively, and then finish, in a -4 turnover ratio. That recipe's hard. We've got a really tough outfit, and I think that showed the fact that we're in this game and taking it into overtime and having a chance to go win it when you're in -4. So that part's tough. The penalties were certainly a factor. I believe we had 11, for the game, and part of our motto is finishing is doing right longer, and that caught up to us today when we were not able to do that. And we'll give credit to Tampa in this case, for them being +4. So that's where it was for us. The issue came down to the ball. With that, I'll open it up to some questions regarding the game.
Yeah, Coach, in that overtime drive, you got on a 3rd down 3 times. How were they able to convert on those?
Well, on a number of different ones, it wasn't the same, coverage on each one. But again, I'm gonna have to, tip my hat to them and able to convert. One was on a scramble, one was on a throw that was completed. We battled for it back and forth just like they all are, and didn't execute as well as they did on those scenarios.
How limited were you with 3 of your 4 preferred starters in the secondary out by that time?
Well, it's a challenge for sure, and it comes up in lots of NFL games. We have such confidence in the guys, so when the next man's up, we're ready to play. It was a matter of just getting the pieces in the right spots going into it. But we have all the confidence in the world in the guys that go in. We wouldn't put them up and put them active if we didn't believe in them, and we certainly do. So for us, the real issue tonight really came down to football.
How much more irritating was it for you when you went into this game? You're saying, hey, we're going to clean up these turnovers, we're going to clean up the penalties and stuff like that. And then they resurface again and take you out of that offensive flow early to get it going.
Yeah, for sure it was disappointing. And it was, the main thing for us is the ball. And so for us not to have that connection today, that was hard on us. It was a hard lesson for us, knowing like that's absolutely, when we're at our best and we're taking care of the ball, and then also creating takeaways too. So it goes both sides with that. It's not just offense. We didn't create any defensively, and that's when we're at our best, when we're able to give the ball to the offense. That whole mix together. That's what makes us unique. So for us not to do that today, that's hard.
Matt was really visibly frustrated. I mean, he was throwing stuff around and stuff. What did you say to him? Because there's some tough moments out there for him.
No doubt. And the thing I want to make sure we all know is, like as a top flight elite competitor he is, and there were some great plays made out there by a number of guys, and it wasn't a case of us not being able to move the ball. There were certainly opportunities for everybody, but just the mistakes cost us today, Vaughn. The penalties and the turnovers were the real factor in the game.
Dan, you mentioned the turnovers. One hurts where they happen. Is that a double? I mean, is that like a double whammy, so to speak, in the red zone? That turning points in essence for you guys, and they turn around and capitalize.
Yeah, it goes both ways with that. When you do have it down there, that's when the points come off the board. Hopefully, defensively, there can be a stop. I believe there were some penalties even on a couple of those that extended some on the other way going back. But that's ball for us. We know wherever it is, we want to make special care of the football. So when it didn't happen like that tonight, that's hard.
How did you view that pass interference? I'm sorry. How did you view that pass interference on Phillip Adams?
I didn't get a great shot. I was, on the far side, away from him. We knew this group, in terms of calling, OPI. There's a bunch. They were, one of the tops in it, and so we'll defer to those guys. And on the call, didn't have a question on it. We'll go back and look at it, but I didn't have a good sight at it to really know.
Any updates on? I think you had like 4 or 5 injuries. I saw Jackson go back, but 2 corners, both of the corners.
Yeah, I'll have a better feel for those guys tomorrow and see where we're at. Some of the guys who did get banged up, Durant came back, Person came back. The corners did not, but I'll have a better feel for them for tomorrow.
6-2 overall, but 0-2 in the division. Where do you see this team midway point of the season?
Well, number one, this team is really connected, and that part I know for us to be really good. The closeness together they have, that part I know is there, and our toughness, the way we like to finish, that part's there. We didn't execute as well as we would today, so I feel like we got a long way to go. We'll improve in a number of areas as we're going forward. That's kind of our theme each week in terms of how we can keep getting better and keep going for it. But from the toughness standpoint and where we want to be, there's a lot of work for us to do. But I have all the faith in these guys and belief in them, to take it as far as we can.
Dan, you alluded to the turnovers and the penalties, but did you feel like maybe the team had weathered the storm as you began to rally in the fourth quarter and force it overtime?
I thought so, and when that momentum takes place, that's really the shift of the game. And as a competitor, recognizing that time to finish, that's a real trait that you have. And we have a number of guys that can do that. All right, now's the time. Now's when we go finish. And so for us, like I said, not to be able to do that, we're a really good finishing team. And so for tonight, when we didn't do it as well as we'd liked, that's still hard on us.
Coach, Jalen Collins has got an expanded role these